Well, hello there. My name is Steve, and I know what you're thinking. Steve, for one, why is it so dark? Well, that's because I didn't feel like standing up and go over to where I normally record. Two, Steve, you look really stupid wearing a backwards hat. I am fully aware, but I felt like I'd change it up a little bit. Give a little throwback to all you OGs who watched my Grizzly Straight review way back when. And by way back, actually, no, that's almost a year old now, isn't it? I think it was either like the beginning of this year. I think it was the beginning of this year. It's still been a while. And two, I'm kind of cold, so I have my blanket. And by kind of cold, I mean I still have my fan blowing right on me, obviously. Because I like to be in a blanket. Because I'm gay. Anyway, I'm reviewing something. I'm reviewing a wattpad story, actually, today. Is this... There's, like, barely any left in this can. But I'm going to throw it in anyway. Yeah, like, barely any. Like, recently I've been throwing in smaller pinches because for some reason, like, bigger pinches have been, like, making me nauseous. Like, not even, like, nicotine buzz nauseous. Just, like, nauseous. Like, just nauseous with no nicotine buzz. I mean, this is extremely small. Like, this is smaller than what I've been doing recently. I remember, like, I used to just throw in massive pinches. Like, yeah, this is a lot smaller than even what I've been doing recently. Yeah, I don't know what's... can just fell on the floor. Don't even know what's going on with that. It's kind of weird. He said it's not even like nicotine buzz, because then I'd be okay with that. Obviously. I'm like the biggest nicotine junkie you've ever seen. But, like, it's just like nauseous. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, this is like 2 minutes. I haven't even talked about the wattpad story I'm reviewing yet. I don't think I could have packed that any worse, by the way, because it's all over my mouth already. The Cliche by Writing Rainy on Wattpad. I will leave a link. I can already tell that my camera keeps glitching out, so this is going to be a fun video to watch, by the way. Like, yeah. By the Writing Rainy. Well, not the Writing Rainy, it's just Writing Rainy on Wattpad. This is obviously a parody story. I'm a fan of parody stories. I've written a few myself, as you may know. I think they're just kind of a fun way, like if you have writer's block or something, or, you know, you don't really feel like writing something serious, you can just kind of do something a little fun. You know, so, you know, I have nothing against writer's block. Obviously I have something against writer's block. I have nothing against parody stories. If they're done correctly. Is this one done correctly? Well, let's talk about that. Don't sue me, Rhett and Link. Because Rhett and Link are obviously going to watch this video. If they do, hi Rhett and Link. You guys are cool. Okay, okay, it's one part, short and sweet. Here, my notes, by the way. Okay. Nope, you know what? I'm going to stay on topic. I'm going to talk about this story. I'm going to do it. I almost went off track, but I'm going to talk about this story. One part, short and sweet. You know, it's one part. You don't got all day to read a parody. I mean, all of my parody stories are only in one part. Except for Whom the Bell Tolls, which I don't know if I'm going to continue working on, but hey, if I do, I do. And then there's Young Love Train, which is just an abomination against mankind. I really wish I could say that I wasn't sober when I wrote that, because it's just awful in every way possible. Anyway, this is probably the best parody I've ever read. And that's not really saying much, because I haven't read very many parody stories, because there aren't really many that I've found personally on Wattpad. If there are, please tell me, because I would enjoy reading them, because like I said, I like parody stories. My all-time favorite Wattpad story might be a parody. It's called Young Love. I love it so much just because it's god-awful in every way. Like, and it's sometimes so poorly written that it seems like it's a parody, but it's never explicitly stated as a parody, so I just kind of like to believe that someone is just that awful at writing. The story is very cliche, obviously. I mean, the title of the story is The Cliche, so I would imagine that the story is very cliche. Story is actually decent. Now, when you're reading a parody, you kind of want the story to actually engage you a little bit. Obviously not too much, but you don't want it to be trash. And I feel like the story in it, like, yeah, it's really weird and outlandish and very cliche, but it's actually followable. Like, and it's like, not even gonna lie, paced better than some of the other stories I've read on Wattpad that were supposed to be serious. This is a good point. Not enough ham-fisted references to the author's bad taste in music. I wrote a bad word there. Oh, my screen just went dark. I'm using my TV to light this up, by the way. It's on the Oblivion main menu screen, because that's the brightest thing I could think of. Yeah. Generally, in like bad fairy stories, you get a lot of references to the author's really bad taste in music. You know another author that does that in their stories? Right here. Yeah, I'm not even, what's the word for not guilty? Not guilty. What's the word for not guilty? I'm retarded sometimes. Yeah, I'm not even not guilty of that. There's gotta be a better word for that that I'm just not thinking of. I'm not even free of that sin. Yeah, I do that all the time. Of course, I don't think my taste in music is bad because it's my taste in music, but a lot of other people will find it very weird and not understand it at all. But yeah, most of the time it's like some like really bad pop music or EDM or combination of the two. At least mine is like actually music. uh, some yeah, sex scenes are actually written a little better than some serious stories I've read, and that is true. Again, I'm gonna reference back to Young Love. Like, seriously, Young Love is such a glorious masterpiece. If you've never read it, go read it. Go on YouTube, on Wattpad, and search up Young Love. I'm not reviewing Young Love, so I'm not going to get into it that much here. I should review it, though, because I am, like, freezing cold. I should unplug my fan, but, like, I don't want to. Anyway, yeah, go read Young Love. It's great. I'll do a review of it, maybe, eventually. Probably not. Maybe, though. Cliche female friend isn't annoying enough. The cliche female friend only appears for one line. My nose is running. Do I have a tissue anywhere? No, I don't. I have this dry lens wipe. That worked. Only appears for one line. The line she does appear in, like what she says, spot on. But I feel like there could have been more. Like, generally the female friend is very annoying, I found in a lot of these stories, so you could have made her more annoying. Tons of blushing. How do animals even blush? Another one I am guilty of, not free of. I just realized I said not guilty for the other one. I am guilty of that. Again, I'm retarded. Or, of course, not guilty. But, yeah. I am guilty of the music one, but it is another one I'm guilty of. I don't use it to the extreme. I don't use it very much, but I do use it. But I do always think, how does an animal even blush? Of course, they're anthropomorphic animals, obviously. I don't think I've mentioned that this is a gay furry story. Yeah, this is a gay furry story. My brain just does not work. Also, if you're wondering what t-shirt I'm wearing, it's the Crack Show. Awesome band, you should check them out. I've met them many times, spoken to them, cool guys and girls. And they make good music. Definitely check them out. Again, that is completely off topic. Yeah, tons of blushing. Why? Who knows? Expertly crafted lines, such as, "She punched me, then I stabbed her, oh no, I feel bad." And I read that, like, in a monotone voice, because I feel like that is supposed to be, like no emotion whatsoever. She punched me. I mean, this whole story is, like, really no emotion whatsoever. Like, she punched me, then I stabbed her. Oh no, I feel bad. See, I'm doing too much articulation with my eyebrows. I just like moving my eyebrows, though. That's enough of that. And I threw myself down the stairs and broke my asshole. Again, expertly crafted lines, very minty. You get the double minty from me. A couple of these have been negatives. Actually, when I'm complimenting the story, it's usually a negative, just because of the way it's supposed to be, because it's supposed to be, you know, a cliche. Grammar and punctuation are still better than a lot of the wattpad trash I've read. Again, I'm going to reference Young Love. Young Love is just a dumpster fire. You know what? It's not even a dumpster fire. It's like... I don't even know how to explain Young Love. A dumpster fire is too good of a way to describe Young Love. It's just glorious. It's, you know, one of those so bad it's good things. And when I say so bad it's good, I mean it is bad. But yeah, it's great. And this story, yeah, grammar and punctuation is actually really good. And sometimes, like if I'm not consciously writing, if I'm like writing a parody and I'm not like consciously doing it, I will fall into like trying to make the grammar well. Well, does that work? I don't know. See, I can't even do proper grammar when making a video. When I speak, I don't speak with proper grammar. I only write with proper grammar. I don't see a reason to speak with proper grammar. Yeah, it's a good story. I would recommend reading it. It's a fun read. It's funny, you know. On the scale of deliciousness, it gets a 90%. I think that's on par with Taylor's Pride. I cannot remember what I gave Taylor's Pride, because the only reviews I write down are my album reviews. And, well, this review, because I had to write down. I don't write down, like, my smokeless tobacco reviews, because I don't really see a point to. But, I know Lightning from the North, I gave 100% delicious. And as much as I like the story, it's obviously not Lightning from the North. Lightning from the North, so good. I would give it a quad minty if I could, but I only have 2 hands. And I can't do this with my feet. I think I gave Taylor's Pride like a 95, 98, so this is more on par with that, even though it's lower. Okay, Copenhagen Snuff may have been the first one that I did the deliciousness score, or it was Lightning from the North. I cannot remember. Copenhagen Snuff, I guarantee I gave it 100% if it was while I was doing it, if it was the one I started to see all delicious on. But yeah, it's a 90%, that's an A-. Yeah, it's good. I'll leave a link to it. You should go read it. It's not very long, it'll probably take 5-10 minutes to read, if that. Just tell him Steve sent you. Why not? You won't know who Steve is, but I'm Steve. You're not Steve. Unless you are Steve. Unless your name is Steve, then you are also Steve. But you're not me. Because I'm me. You're not me. Unless you are me. In that case, that's very confusing. I'm gonna stop myself right there before I, confuse myself. Because it's not that hard to do. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Or whatever I'm reviewing next. Might be Young Love. Probably won't be Smokeless Tobacco because I don't really have anything to review right now. I kind of want to review Grizzly Mint. I haven't had Grizzly Mint in a minute. And by a minute, I think I've had it once in the entire time I've rubbed. I think it was last year sometime. That may have even been Grizzly Dark Mint. Who knows? Anyway. I'll review something. Who knows? Maybe my next video won't be a review. But most of my videos are. Because I like reviewing things, if you can't tell. Anyway, that's enough. 90% on the scale of deliciousness. This is a decent story. And it's better than decent, actually. 90% is a lot better than decent. It's a good story. You should go read it. Bye.